Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare. The bombs bursting in air gave a roof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the hope of the brave.
Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Let's get rid of that echo. I'm Robert. You guys are as frustrated as me, then there's a lot we're going to talk about. RSC election happened yesterday and it's still going on now. Who knows what's going on? We got fraud left and right. So we're going to discuss it. If you guys are here thinking I'm going to talk about analytics, numbers, and start throwing numbers at you, you're in the wrong spot because I'm not a numbers guy in that way. We're here to talk about just common sense election, what's going on. Again, I'm Robert Santos, and thanks for joining the Veterans Bench. All right. Well, first and foremost, what I want to say is thank you everyone for joining. Good evening. I know it's a little late, working a lot of hours lately, but I want to thank everyone who supported all their candidates out there, regardless what side they are on. You took your time, volunteered to help out the candidate you chose, whether I believe it was right or wrong for you to choose that particular candidate. It's not the point of this statement, but thank you for at least showing your support and actually in the election and you caring about this nation, whether it's in agreement with me, your neighbors, or whatever. Thank you. For all the candidates out there who did not make it, hey, you know what? It happens. It's okay. Obviously, I know I lost my last race and my first one too, of them all. There's something out there for you. Good job. You all ran a good race. For the ones who won, except for Tim Ryan, he's a piece of crap. But everyone did. Good job to everybody. They won. Kudos. I hope the best. We all remember what happened in 2016 when Trump won his election and the left was saying, oh, we can't believe it. We hope he fails. And we kept preaching as Republicans, do you really want the driver of the vehicle to crash? So we're preaching that in 2016. We should be preaching that now if Biden actually, for some reason, actually wins. We don't want the driver to crash the car. As we all know, the president really isn't a dictator. Hence, Congress and the Senate are the ones that really are in charge of this government, of our nation, actually us, because we elect them. Lala, yeah, I'm so pissed Tim won too, and we're actually going to talk about it. So we're going to go over it from the presidency down. I'm going to do the split screen here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. If I miss a few of you guys logging on, I'm sorry. But we're going to talk about it and my feelings on why they lost or why they won. So let's pull up the this crazy kook thing right now. Let's see here. Let's move this. My first time trying to do this transition, so let's see if it works. All right, here we go. This fool, we definitely don't want to. See if we do that. I don't know what's going on with the screen. Bear with me, we'll fix it. Second monitor. That's what happens when you guys do a lot. When we do a live, things mess up a little bit. So here we go. Transition. There we go. All right. What the heck is going on? Well, first of all, congratulations to Ohio. You guys did a phenomenal job. We pretty much we kept Ohio red again. It's been a while, but Mahoning County, great job. We made Mahoning County red. I'm proud of each every single one of you, and it's good. It's definitely a step forward. Now, if we go in, one of the biggest things, again, I'm not going to throw numbers, analytics. I'm not going to say, if this happens and this happens and this happens and all this other crazy crap happens, this is what's going to happen. You're not going to hear it from me. But Michigan, I mean, look at it. Let me move myself out of the way here. Am I right? Is that me? No, that's not me. This is me. All right. There we go. I moved over. This is what's crazy. Look how red Michigan is. And we even have H.M. County 0% reporting. This is ridiculous. I really don't know what to say. I mean, we are seeing on Facebook, there's a lot of fraud going on with Sharpies being used and the ballots not counting. Apparently, I'm registered to vote in Maine. I went and checked, went on the Maine website and looked. I'm registered to vote in Maine. How? I don't know. I'm trying to see if somebody actually voted using my information. Hopefully not. Another state, apparently, at 3:00 in the morning, I believe it was Wisconsin or Nevada, whatever state. There's so many things going on in every single state that's saying apparently, even though Trump was up by a lot, apparently they found 100,000 votes that are magically Biden's. Now, yes, I do have a lot of Democratic friends. You guys listen. If you think that the Republicans in some of these states committed some fraud, hey, I'll be the first. I'll be right there with you saying we need to double check that. We need to fix it because we want an honest campaign. This isn't just a one-way ticket saying let's check their blue states. If you think that a Republican state that actually became Republican, turned red, committed some sort of fraud, I would be like, hey, check it. Why not? I would be right there with you. My whole take is being fair, and I will always be fair. So this atrocity, I just don't even want to think about this presidential race right now. I just want to see what the heck happens. We know Trump has a lawsuit going on with Michigan. I think a few other individuals, Pennsylvania. We'll go over that real quick. This is look at it. The majority of it are already Trump is leading, but they stopped counting. It's ridiculous. I mean, we know Trump won Pennsylvania. Just give it to him. Just call it. And if it happens to flip eventually or by Friday, because apparently they have 3 days to count all the absentee ballots, then let it happen. Just say, hey, he clearly won. Let's do it. Otherwise, what's the point in giving us a unofficial winner on Tuesday night? If we're gonna have states like this do this, I think it's honestly ridiculous. How did AZ go blue? Where's that at? There it is. There. Actually a good question. What county was it? Oh, right there. Nope. 100. It's right there. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm praying. Let's get rid of this atrocity and start going down the level to Congress. All right. Now, unbiased here. All right. Let's see if I can't move this thing over. There we go. All right. Everyone knows I supported Christina Hagan. My honest opinion, she was going to lose to begin with. It was a winless battle for her. I'm sorry. I like her. I think she's a good person. I wish she won, but the district was gerrymandered to be a Democrat. If you wanted to flip it, that's good. And we need Tim Ryan out. But you can't go from a solid dark blue to a solid dark red overnight. You can't. It's a gradual push. That's why we got Mahoney. We almost had it last time, and then we got it now. We almost have it now. Look at it. I'm pointing to my screen like you guys can see it. All right. Where are we at? All right. Look at it. All right. She did the best out of the last, like, anyone else that's running against Tim Ryan. It's time for him to go. People know. I've actually had Democratic friends who voted for Trump but voted for Tim Ryan. It's just the way it was going. The reason why is because she was so far right. I'm going to probably piss a lot of people off, some of my friends, I'm sorry. I don't think Christina Hagan was the right one. I think she would have done great. I think she would have done well as a congresswoman. I think she will. She definitely has a future in politics. She is definitely a true fighter. I know she will always do great things for this nation. It's not saying she won't. That's not the case. I'm saying having someone like her run against someone like Tim Ryan is not good. Tim Ryan is a smart individual. As much as we hate him, he is entrenched in this area. In order to win, you need to be able to pull the Democratic vote. Why would you put a full-fledged Republican, hardcore RR? Now, yes, I am a Republican. And yes, I did try running against Tim Ryan. But I have no problem calling out Republicans and telling them that they're being a jackass for something they're doing, and it's not right for the people. I think if she focused more on the Youngstown area and the Akron area, it probably would have been better. I just see her, what I saw, this is just my opinion, is she was more focused on surrounding herself with people that thought just like her. She could have focused more on the COVID. What was her take on it? She may have mentioned it once or twice. She could have focused on actually how to improve this area. The people here actually do care about the guns. They care about other things. Youngstown, sorry, I love you all, but you guys are here for freebies. People I work with are saying the only reason why they're voting for Biden is because they want their Obama phone back. And they're calling it the Biden phone. That's just my take on it. Again, she's a great person. We will beat Tim Ryan out. I mean, hey, it's his election's up in 2 years. Let's find somebody. It doesn't take money. And this proves that a lot of people are saying the reason why they didn't vote for me is because I couldn't raise the money. And they're all saying, well, look, see, Hagan was able to raise the money. That's why she's going to win. It doesn't take money. It doesn't take hard work. It takes a little bit of both. You need that hard work, but the more proof, it doesn't take the money. And you cannot get as much money as Tim Ryan will be able to ever get for his race to keep his seat, because he has a lot of people in his pocket as well as he is in other people's pockets as well. She was close. I mean, she was. It's just a point of like my Democratic friends, they don't want Biden, and their excuse was, I won't say the name, their reasoning for voting for Trump was they know that they're going to deem Biden unfit, and then Kamala Harris will become president if the election goes their way, and then Nancy Pelosi will step up if she was to be elected, and she clearly was reelected. And hopefully we can take the House and we can unseat her as the Speaker of the House. That would be great. And then it would completely ruin the Democrats' plan. Call Biden unfit to be president. Kamala Harris becomes president. And then we elect a Republican Speaker of the House. And then bam, kind of, whatever. I'm just saying. But again, Christina did work hard. She worked her ass off. She really did. I'm not saying she didn't. I'm not saying in this area, you need someone that's more centered or more down. This is going to be an assaulting comment, but it's not what I meant in any way. But someone's more down to earth. Someone that's more one of us, one of the people of the district. Not saying because she doesn't live here. I'm saying a hard worker. I'm sorry. She preached the whole, I worked when I was a state representative because I had to make ends meet. I'm like, well, you were a state rep making $64,000 a year. Your husband was working and you still had to have a job to make ends meet as a waitress. I'm like, well, one, waitresses really don't, I mean, what type of lifestyle were you living? Getting paid if you were just getting $63,000 a year and your husband was working, but you needed another job to make ends meet. I'm sorry. I have to call bullshit on that. People in this community, in this area right here, they average about $20,000 to $30,000 a year and they live semi comfortably. And you're telling me you're making 3 times more and getting 2 salaries, you and your husband, and you have to get another job just to make ends meet? Something's kind of fishy, at least on my end. Yeah, listen, I mean, if Biden gets elected, it's not the end of the world, guys. I mean, it's the same thing we say for Trump, you know, when the Democrats are saying, well, he signed executive orders. Well, executive orders aren't really set in stone. You know, we do that would be considered dictatorship if Congress and the Senate can't do anything about those, you know, but they can. They just choose not to because they're just trying to play the chess game. So if Biden does create some freaking nonsense executive orders, Congress and the Senate can twist it up if they want. That's what makes our country so great. We are not a dictatorship. That would be a dictatorship. We are not. We have safeguards for this. I think it did too, Jim. But let's move on, okay? Hagen's a great person. She definitely has a future in politics. I just think this area is not right for her. I think she will find her seat. We saw her drive. She has it, and she will do well for Ohio. And I know she will on whatever race she actually decides to go for. And I hope she does because she will have my support. Let's go to... All right, here we go. Local races. Now, bear with me because this is where I'm going to piss some people off, all right? First of all, congratulations to David Joyce. You know, state a Republican congressman. It's great. Let's go to this person right here, Michelle Laporhagen. This is a topic that is going to make some people upset. My next comment is me being devil's advocate. Excuse me, I need some more coffee. Michelle Laporhagen was racing against David Simon. So who's this David Simon guy? David Simon, I love you, but you can't start campaigning the first day that early voting started. We knew you were running a year before. You should have started. That is only 46 rounded, 46,000 votes. You divide that by how many days you have left in the election, and that's how many houses you got to knock on. It averages about 800 a week, 833 a week in a 1 year period. 1 year, 833 a week. You can do that in a day. I've done that in a day. That's how I got up to 10,000 doors knocked. I think the reason why David Simon lost is he didn't do anything. He didn't really have a true message out there. There's a lot of state issues that need to be brought up. Criminal justice reform, fathers' rights, our area, our crime. For crying out loud, Mahoning County in Youngstown specifically is we're only safer than 7% of all of the nation's cities, and we're the second worst in child poverty. Those are two big factors that he should have jumped on that even Laporhagen didn't even jump on. These are things that need to get fixed. Work with the local officials and get this fixed. There's shootings. I wake up every morning and the first thing I see on my news feed is a shooting that occurred in Youngstown. And there's a whole bunch of reasons why people go to crime, and we'll have that another talk later. It goes from education to jobs, and it's a whole mess. And it's not just one solution that's going to fix the problem. It's a whole bunch of solutions that you need to fix. Like if you have a house that's falling apart, you can't just fix the kitchen sink and then expect it to magically fix itself. This isn't what's that movie where the car breaks down and it kind of heals itself or fixes itself? Christine. This isn't the movie Christine with that red vehicle. I don't know what it is. My wife loves that show. It's not Christine. You fix one thing, it starts fixing itself. That's not what it is. He should have started preaching. He should have started pushing. He should have started talking to the Democrats, especially when Youngstown is 80% of the 58th district. He should have focused his attention on the people and tell them what they're going to do and how he's better than Hagan instead of just bashing Hagan. Say, hey, this is what she's doing. There's not enough that she has not been doing enough. And her plans that she's actually been putting in place is nothing. For crying out loud, she lets her husband run amok, disrespect women. Imagine what happens if I actually said something insulting to a female. My wife would come downstairs and probably slap this hat off of me and then knock some sense into me. But she knows that wouldn't happen. It's ridiculous. She lets her husband do whatever she wants. I had Bob Hagan before her. And now we have Hagan. And now there's a rumor going around that she is going to step down and give the seat to her daughter for this term. And then more Hagans. Not just more of the poor Hagans. Let's rephrase that. She's ridiculous. Plain and simple. Al Catrona from the 59th district. We all know. Here, we make sure it's right here. All right, there we go. Good job. I have to say, a lot of respect for this individual who was basically tossed into a sad situation with the passing of Don Manning. A lot of people were a little, probably say, weary of him because he wasn't elected. And, we hate it because it's going to happen when Michelle Lepore Hagan stepped down and the Democrats get to choose it. A lot of people are saying, well, I think we should vote for whoever replaces Don Manning, yada, yada, yada. Well, we chose him. And in not even a year, he wasn't even a representative for a full year. And he proved himself. So he fought. He did what he needed. He showed that he actually deserves that seat. So congratulations. Definitely want to congratulate him. Now, Michael Loychek, this guy. Oh, wait, that's O'Brien. Go. All right, Michael Loychek. All right, I got some good things and bad things to say about Mike Loychek. Michael Loychek is not a Marine. He was in the Air Force. That's the only bad thing I have. He's an outstanding guy. He beat incumbent Gil Blair. He is going to do phenomenal. He has, it's the same core values as all the other branches. We just word it differently. He's got the honor, courage, and commitment, and he actually will do what's needed. He's out there every day, was knocking on doors, listening to people on what their needs are and what it is that is needed in his area that need improvement. And he's focusing on that. And I have a lot of respect for him, so kudos on him. Outstanding. Good job. Now this one caught me by surprise. I don't know if Martha Yoder checks this or not, or watches my video. And I tell you, I will be honest, my gloves are off. I did not think you were going to do this good. To be full-fledged honest, Martha, I did not think you were going to do this good. I mean, I didn't do anything to stop. I wasn't going to do anything to prevent you. I didn't know, but congratulations. I know you lost. It's fine, but man, you did such a good job. And I am really proud of what you did. Michael, he is being the mayor of Warren for a while, he's kind of seated in the area. For that, for you to get, it's like 220 votes, close, 300, yeah, around there. Good job. I mean, that's outstanding. She definitely try again and you'll do great. I mean, I know this is it. I mean, hopefully Michael will be like, hey, look, I like her drive. I like her attitude towards improving the district. Maybe Michael will even give you a job. I think he should. I think it would be good for him to team up with her and actually improve the area of Trumbull County. It would be great. That's about it on the most. I mean, obviously, there's a bunch of other races. Again, I told you guys I wasn't going to throw out numbers and everything, and this is actually driving me crazy. So I'm going to refresh this presidential race. I've been doing this all day, nonstop. I'm sorry if my bosses are following me, but I have my phone on me all day. This is just driving me thinking crazy. what is going on. Kara, thanks for joining. Dawn, Michael. It is what it is. But okay. My phone has been blowing up nonstop since like 10 o'clock last night on me jumping on a variety of races. Well, I do have some in my eyes. I've had them in my eyes for a while since I lost, but I don't want to be that guy that just jumps on the race and is looking for a seat, because that's not my intention. My intention is to, honestly, I will go wherever the people want me to go. Because no matter, I am a Marine. This is how we run. We will go where we are needed, not where we want, where we are needed. And when we go there, we will do the job to the best of our ability, which is phenomenal. And we will leave the area better than we got there. So I actually will ask you, let me know, where would you guys like me to be? Because again, I want to work for you and each and every single one of you. So if you want me to run for trustee, then the majority speaks, and that's fine. If that's where you guys want me, then that's what I would do. If you guys want me to run for state rep or commissioner or whatever, that's what I'll do. Because again, I want to work for the people. I don't give a crap about how much money, and people have said this to me, how much money a position makes. I don't care about the stinking money. I want to cuss with the F word, but I don't give two flying craps about how much I will be making. All I care about is how much improvement will I be making. I don't need it. I'm a simple guy. I'm just like you. I grew up poor. I'm not saying I'm rich now. Trust me, we live paycheck by paycheck. I'm just like the majority of each and every single one of you. I want to make sure that our areas are improved. Whatever we do or whatever these officials do when they get elected and actually swear in and start making publications or whatever it is they do. I'm getting tongue-tied, but it's for our kids. We have to lay down a strong foundation so our kids have something to walk on, have something to stand on, have something to move forward, so that way they can lay even a stronger foundation for their kids. Lala, honestly, I would love to run for governor, but I can't. That's something that a lot of people have been telling me. I honestly don't see that being feasible. The reason why is because I will not be able to give the people during the campaign the attention that they deserve. I work full time. I work from like 6 a.m. to, for the last 3 weeks, I was working like from 6 a.m. to like 6, 7 o'clock at night. It died down a little bit, so I'm getting off around 3, 4 o'clock, which is good. Trust me, I enjoy the overtime, but getting off of work around 4 or 5 o'clock and then trying to make it to Columbus or even further is impossible. So I would be neglecting the central all the way to the western side of Ohio, at least during my campaign. I would be. I would not be able to be there. And what I mean by that is I wouldn't be able to be there and shake their hands. That's how my campaigns will always be ran, is boots to the ground, shaking your hands, being there face to face, talking to you. But eventually, one day, who knows? I think Jim is actually going to be running for governor. I hope he does. He's a great guy. Man, these things just I can't stop refreshing this. All right, so on to a good note, okay? On to a good note. All right, people are spelling. All right, what are you guys doing? Angel, Michael, what? All right, ignore whatever these guys are doing. I think I don't know. If you guys don't know, November 10th, 1775 is an extremely important date to me and a lot of my brothers and sisters. November 10th, 1775 is when the Marine Corps came alive. It was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. All right, Tun Tavern. It's not there anymore, but there's a placard street says somewhere around this area. I really wish somebody actually had. I think there might actually be a bar there. It's labeled Tun Tavern. Not the original, but it'll be great. So next week, Marine Corps' birthday. There's a few balls going around. I actually was invited to one on the 14th. Miles Lockhart invited me to one. It'll be great. I haven't been to a ball since 2012 or 11. And since I met my wife after I left the Marine Corps, I would love to take her to one. And I think she'll be excited and she'll actually be happy. So I'm reading something. Okay. So November 10th, after I'm done with work, I plan on, it's Tuesday. I believe it's a Tuesday. Yeah, it's a Tuesday. Yeah, it's a Tuesday. I'm going to go to Quaker Steak Lube in Austintown. I'm going to invite some buddies. If you guys want, I'll let you guys know. It'll be on my Facebook feed. Come down, have a drink, celebrate the 245th birthday of the United States Marine Corps. It just means a lot to me. I would appreciate it. It's a good time, especially if all the Marines get together. It'll be pretty nuts. Jim, you said you can see me. I could see that. I'll take you guys' input. You just gotta let me know. But my whole deal is to make improvements on the area, and whether I'm elected or not, I don't care. I'm still going to be there and fighting for you. We had the trunk or treat last month. It was great. It was outstanding. Free event for all the kids. That's what I want to do. And to me, that's also in a way improving the community because it's giving people something to look for, an activity that they can go out, especially when money is actually hard at this moment with COVID going on and people losing their jobs because of this. And God forbid, Biden wins and then the whole nation gets shut down till like December next year. Then no one has a job and we have to get stim checks, and then our $26 trillion national debt turns to friggin' yeah, I just said that FRI, sorry. Probably get banned from Facebook. $50 trillion. I mean, why not? Let's just get $100 trillion in debt. I mean, who cares, right? It's just money. We can print more. Sarcasm. Let's see here. Thanks, Michael. All right. Unless anyone have any questions, I mean, feel free. Let me know what you guys think. But I'm not going to make any announcements anytime soon, probably the next week or two. Let's just let this election die down. Let's figure out this cabal right here. It's going on, with Nevada and California and Arizona, Arkansas. Yeah, it's not Arkansas. That's Alaska. Sorry, it's behind my head. Right there. Hey, this is Arkansas, and this right here, HI, that's New Hampshire. Definitely need some sleep. This, man, I just can't, guys. I can't. This is ridiculous. I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, there's no point even looking at it. It's a kabobble. There's gonna be lawsuits. Trump wins the lawsuit, and it turns out there's a lot of fraud, which there is. Biden's gonna get his lawyers involved, and then it's gonna be ping pong. All right, it's gonna be like ping pong back and forth. So let's just figure it out. There you go. Joe Biden, Donald Trump, you be dual presidents for crying out loud, and we can knock off the bull crap and actually let's fix this nation. That's it. Period. The end. We can handcuff them together and make them work together. Give them that timeout shirt you give the kids when they start acting up. It has the 2 head slots. Put it on both of them. Tell them to start acting their age. Or, excuse me, they are a little old. But I love them. But work for the nation, Make them get along. Force them to get along. It'd be like Johnny Lawrence and Daniel LaRusso, finally getting along at the end of season 2 of Cobra Kai. And then it all hits the crap. I think he's worse. I think Michigan's worse than a food bar. James, I mean, it's look at it. It's like, what the heck? No, it's kind of, there we go. There. Close. There we go. I can't do this. All right. It's right there. It's horrible. I mean, all of them are. And look at New York. I mean, my son face said it looks like Spider-Man. I mean, it's all red except for just a few. So it's like, wow. Next time, just focus on those. If you're going to win New York, just focus on those counties. Screw the rest, right? I mean, because clearly, Trump lost this county by 20,000, 20,000, 30, 10, 2,000. Oh, there it is. All these. There it is. There's how a lot. These are queens. Oh, that's isn't that AOC's? That girl. Can't stand her. All right, folks. I'm going on a rant. The plan is to get Harris. It is, Michael. Yeah, I honestly, truly believe it. And even my Democrat friends said the same thing. I can't believe they voted AOC back in as well. She's nuts. Yeah, I'm actually really, really, Ruth. Go on that for a second. I am surprised that these guys forgot what happened with Amazon. Like, seriously? She thought, what was it, 4 million, 4 billion, or 4 million? It was a 4 that she really thought because they were going to give them a tax credit for that much money. And she really thought that she now had that money to put back in the community. I thought that was the end of her career as a congresswoman, but they clearly forgot. They probably do, James. I'll go, Angel. I will go down there right now and I'll start zip tying people. Yeah, it was a lot of jobs that they were going to get. People were going to come in, whether or not they were offering the jobs to the actual local community. People were going to have to move in. That's taxable income. That's income that they were going to be able to use. I mean, the tax break is saying, "Hey, we'll give you 4 million, a billion." I forget what the number was. It was so long ago. And she's done so many crazy crap since then. It's just saying, "Hey, we're going to give you tax credit for this long, this much money, but after that, you're going to have to pay the regular taxes." And it's like, you got to be, I can't stand looking at this guy's face. There we go. Let's move this guy over. I like him. Okay. Transition. There we go. I just can't do it. And that's what you need. That's why a lot of individuals who are running as Republicans lost, because they tend to actually think that, oh, because people like to surround themselves with people who agree with them. I prefer to surround myself with people who disagree or would like to have a conversation, because I already know and I trust each and every single one of you. The majority of you who watch me or follow me or support me, I definitely am appreciative of it. But it's like, whose hand should I go shake? Should I go shake, Robert? Should I go shake your hand, which I already have your vote, and trust me, you would always have my attention, you always have my respect, and I'll always be there for you. But if I only had one person to actually meet, would I meet you or someone else that wouldn't vote for me, who may not vote for me? I'd rather go talk to that person and convince them on why I'm the better choice. I'll still be there for everybody. But I'm saying, when we have these people who's running for office, they tend to go to these events and it's the same God stinking people over and over and over again. Why? Why? I wanted to have pancake and spaghetti dinners when I was running for Congress, and I should have done it. I was told not to. I had some bad advice, and I think I truly will do that again, because I would rather meet those individuals than to see the same people who want to pay the $50, $60, $70 a plate meal. Because the majority of the district, majority of the county, we can't afford that. $75 is a lot. I mean, that's like a half a day. I mean, come on, of work. So it's like, I would probably rather charge you guys $5 for an all you can eat, or 5 stack pancake breakfast, or some spaghetti and meatballs, and actually sit there and BS with you and find out what it is that you would like done in this area, because you live here and your voice matters. But people more care about all these elitists and these people who can afford these $100 and $500 plate dinners, and they surround themselves. That's why they lose damn races, because they only care about the wallets and they do everybody and anything else. Yeah. It is. A lot of people think of the biggest thing, Lala or Tasha, is that a lot of individuals, they fear change. They like complacency, and they're like, I know how things are. I don't want things to change. And they just vote the same because they're afraid of change. They're afraid to take the chance. Okay, I was wondering what you were saying, James. I was like, man, I'm getting confused. What are you saying? Talk to text probably is what you're using, right? It's okay. I have an accent. It's the same deal. So all right. Well, with that being said, you guys take it easy. Go get a drink or something. You know, this presidential election is far from over. Even if Biden pulls the 270, you know, it's not going to be over. There's going to be some lawsuits and fraud, and they're gonna be like a whole bunch of investigations, rate counts. So I just rather just wait and see what happens and find out the final answer, and then keep our head up, move forward, and what can we do to improve the situation that we're in? Because regardless of what's going to happen, you know the Republicans aren't going to riot. You know the Republicans aren't going to sit there and say, "Oh, not my president." We're not going to do any of that crap. I'm crying out. People are rioting right now. Democrats are rioting, and look at these numbers. I mean, why are you rioting? I mean, if you think Biden's going to win, why are you rioting? It's ridiculous. So that being said, I want to say God bless you all. God bless America. November 10th, 1775 is when the Marine Corps came alive. It is the birthday. So if you see a Marine out there on Tuesday or even right now, wish him a happy birthday. We're 245 years old. We look good for that old. So God bless you all, and God bless America.
Power generator, and when the power goes out in my area, this is what I use to give my family light and to also keep them fed.
All right, that clearly is not working. I'm not too sure what that is even going on there. Hold on a second. All right. No clue what happened and why that video is going up. Another video is supposed to be showing. Let's see if we can fix. Let's see if this will work. Hold on. There we go.
They are the proud. They are the United States Marines. Semper Fi, my brothers and sisters. Semper Fi. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battle.